Hey, what's up guys? It's Rinc here. And today we're going to be going over the patch notes for June 28th. And there's some pretty good patch notes. They're not really massive in terms of like balance, but they're pretty good in terms of a lot of bug fixes that we were experiencing as Survivor and a little bit as the Demon. So our first one, survivors are no longer stuck after being revived from a bleeding out state. That's a big one. We're not going to get stuck after we're done bleeding out, which means you're not going to lose a member randomly when you're on a winning game or something like that. The demon no longer receives infernal energy during possession for shooting bleeding out survivors. Another huge one because this one was really annoying and it happened to me a lot. A lot of demons were exploiting this where, let's say you were in a 2v1 because two of your teammates just went off and did something. He would down one of you, he'd possess the other, and he'd just shoot your corpse over and over and over until you basically just bled out and died and he was forced to take you to an altar, which never went out good unless it was a Henry. So yeah, I'm really glad this is fixed. Survivors no longer stay in a bleeding out state if healed after completing the page or dagger has been collected. Another big bug that stops you from losing a member in a winning game. Survivors will no longer be in a ragdoll state if a possessed survivor shoots at them in a bleeding out state right before they die. This wasn't as big of a bug, I don't think, but it did happen to me a few times. And it was funny the first two times it happened, but after that, it got pretty annoying because you were stuck in like this bleeding out state, but you could like move around the map, and I'm glad it's gone. A little fix for the rare blue hunting rifle, where the balance bar I think was lower than what it was supposed to be, and they corrected it. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure it was lower. Infernal energy is no longer regenerated on dark ones when both demon and survivors were nearby before the objective. This is a really rough one because if you just wandered into the dark ones when the demon was near you, sometimes it was game over because it was like being on an objective, like the dagger or the map or something. And it's a good thing it's fixed. This will help a lot with the stability. This one I didn't even know was a bug, but apparently the demon traps, the mini ash demon traps, were taking an inappropriate amount of items from your inventory. It's fixed now, so I'm going to have to watch out for that because I think they were taking too little, but now it's adjusted, so this will be pretty fun. And this is just a UI thing where they fix it so if another survivor picks up a weapon outside your render range, you won't see it on the ground. So there's no confusion of you standing there being like, why can't I pick this up, you know? And a stability for the AI mode, it just fixes some crashing as you get to the result screen, so you don't have to worry about testing stuff out with your friends anymore and crashing through it. And then a little buff for Ed Gentley, where he deactivate traps immediately after they are illuminated by his flashlight, which I thought was supposed to be how it worked, so maybe this is a bug fix, but this one's definitely a little mini buff, where he disarms traps and supply crates, which, I mean, might make him worth using a little bit more often because he already gets increased RNG from the chest, so this might be pretty worth it. And for the demon, fixed an issue where infernal orbs were not respawning if the demon had infernal revenue skill. This one was pretty bullshit for the demon because you would literally just run out of orbs and you'd be screwed in an area if you had infernal revenue, which is a pretty important skill on the demon if I remember right. So this is a really good fix. And then of course miscellaneous fixed shortcut icon showing as anti-cheat, which mine still does, so I don't think this is fully fixed, or maybe I just have to like restart my computer, but it loaded fresh today, so... But I don't think this is fixed, so if you guys have it, please let me know. And then that's it for the day. If you guys liked the video, please remember to like and subscribe. Tell me what you think of these patch notes, because honestly, I think they're pretty good. I like them as a little mini bug fixing patch note, and I hope they fix a lot more next week. But that's all for today. I'll see you guys around. Bye!
If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after